Hello. I've done every sign. I have to just do the water signs now. Hello, water sign. This will be for Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing your reading for your situation. This is for July, the entirety of July. Right before I get into it, guys, keep in mind, I have just released my novel. You see the thumbnail of this video. That is the novel. It's called The Secret Society. I've been working on it for like 5 years. And well, life happens, and I got that cover made in 2014. So it's been a long journey, and I'm happy to have finally released it. It's going to be a trilogy. So I have the links down below for those of you that want to check it out. If you're really into like Harry Potter, if you're really into the magicians or that kind of stuff, that those kind of shows, magical realism, meaning it's not set in Narnia. It's not set outside of the real world. It is in the real world, but it is magical. If you do want to check it out, please do check it out. And also, if you want a private reading, check the description box down below. I have the pricing and everything. If you want a ritual, check the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. I've gotten some really good feedback, especially on the rituals recently. So, because prior I wasn't getting much feedback on the rituals, so I didn't know if they were working or they were not working. But recently, there's been a lot. So, thank you guys so much. Now, let's get into your reading. This is for Pisces. The Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, right under the Queen of Cups. Ooh, and the Three of Swords and the King of Swords. Some of you are coming, and Libra with the Justice. Some of you are coming out of a situation with an air sign, could be a Libra specifically. But I'm getting more. The King of Swords also represents judicial system. So some of you might be coming out of a divorce. There might be a breaking up happening, but it's rightfully so. Like it's right that the breakup happens because something wasn't being done right, and it wasn't being like something major, a major part of the relationship wasn't being done fairly. Now I need some of you to see this as a resurgence. The Ace of Wands is my light bulb. Some of you are needing to come to that understanding that just because the relationship ended, or some of you might actually be very happy that it ended, but coming to the realization that just because the relationship ended, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, or you should beat yourself up about it. Four of Swords, yeah, you get your peace, the light bulb, and the Eight of Wands. I'm saying the right thing. Listen, I'm saying the right thing. I'm saying the right thing. Even though I am worried because this together makes a Nine of Wands, which is my PTSD card. So some of you might be suffering from the effects of that breakup. Others of you have someone that's going to be coming in, or you Libra wanted, or you Pisces, I wanted to go into someone. Sorry, that Libra card kind of threw me off. You Pisces are trying to go into something new, but the person you're dealing with, or you're trying to offer a new or something new. I know it's at the beginning because relationships work as the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Wands will be the beginning, the spark, the flirting, the dating. Some of you are trying to see someone or maybe date someone or reach out to someone, but you're gonna find that they might be suffering from a PTSD effect. But there's you guys are very compatible. It might be a fellow earth sign, but they might have history. Maybe they're a divorcee, or they have history with an air sign from their past that has caused a heart blockage, um, and they need a healing through that. So let's go now into the shadow. The Page of Pentacles, that's the offer. The Five of Swords, that's the blockage. Mm-hmm. Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands. What was being heard? Nine of Cups, your freedom. Chariot, the Nine of Swords. This is freedom for you. I don't think a lot of you realize this, or some of you might, but a lot of you, this is like a new opportunity. This is the universe giving you a new opportunity to restart. and you might be feeling like, maybe you've invested too much time, or you're feeling like you've invested too many emotions, you've invested too much of yourself, whatever it is that you're feeling. This could very well be a great beginning for you if you would let it happen. But I know it's a beginning, but I'm getting like some aspect of resistance almost. And there might be an aspect of fear, like, what do I do now? Where do I go now? Um, I'm trying to see judgment, second chance. I keep telling you, this is the judgment and the justice. This is a second chance for you. The universe is giving you a second chance, and you might have gone through a very difficult period, And one thing I've sometimes this highlights itself to me is the fact that this person is in a pot, and they're being boiled alive, but their soul is ascending. So it's kind of like you manifested this, and I always tell, and the Wheel of Fortune, yep, three major arcanas back to back. And I always tell people this. I always tell people this. When the universe, if you're gonna do it, or the universe is gonna do it for you, and when the universe does it, it's not gonna be pretty. And people don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. When the universe has to do something for you, it's not gonna be pretty. So you might not be realizing that now, or you might be fearful, or you might be scared. But if you actually allow yourself to breathe and to take it in, you might feel relief. And actually, not, you will feel relief, because this is a relief from the universe. It's a chance for you to breathe again, you know and I feel like there's just this resistance, unnecessary resistance. You're resisting your own blessing if you are resisting. The Six of Wands, victory. The Ten of Swords. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the repetition, the Three of Swords? Do you see what I'm saying? Your heartbreak is your blessing. What the fuck did you just say? I said exactly what I said. Your heartbreak is your blessing. And I've said it, I used to say this all the time on this channel. You learn through the pain. A stupid person is the one who feels the pain and goes back for more. A wise person is the one who feels the pain and learns through the pain. You learn through the pain. This is your victory. Even though it might have felt like this, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, this is your victory, Six of Wands, literally the victory card. And it clears up your energy, and it gives you space, and it gives you room to move forward. But my worry now is that, are you guys gonna be, and I know you guys know how I feel about Pisces. It's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, but it's just how I feel about Pisces, because I know how their energy is. Same way I feel about Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo, even, with us over here with our hard ass selves and our depressed selves, and then there's Taurus that's stubborn as shit. They don't take advice. That's why their reading has been the same thing for like 6 months now. Gemini is similar to that way. They can never make up their mind. Pisces, in their feelings all the time. I'm sorry, but you guys are in the ethers over there, in your feelings, you know, in your feelings, and you're not. Take a moment, ground yourself, come to yourself, and enjoy this freedom. Because whether you accept it or not, the universe has blessed you. But it has blessed you, but the process was not pretty, but it was the necessary process for this blessing to happen. And now you're having this light bulb moment, and there's this opportunity with the Page of Wands here, a Page of Pentacles here, for you to blossom and for you to grow this Page of Pentacles into a King of Pentacles. And I love actually that these are fire and earth, and they're not in your natural energy, which is telling me that these are, in a way, structured energies. Even though fire is a bit erratic, but I understand the reason for the fire. It's spirit. That's spirit. That's spirit working. That's spiritual. That is fire's energy. That's spirit. But a pentacle here in your shadow is saying ground, and it has this in your shadow, which is your subconscious. So this is actually really good. Present energy for Pisces, Lord Angel Spirit Guides. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Four of Swords. The Nine of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. If you would take the time to assess this feeling, to accept it. And I feel like some of you are already doing that because there's a consciousness here. There's a light bulb that is flickering in your mind. If you would take the time to access this situation, to feel it, you will know. And this is the time for you also to heal from this. Remember earlier I said that I was feeling there's a warning there because we had the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands, which mimics my PTSD card, which is the Nine of Wands. So this isn't the time to be running around. This isn't the time to be going into la la la. And this is the time to be calling on Raphael, calling on Oshun, calling on Yemoja, calling on Haniel, calling on, who else can I think of? Elemia, definitely. Calling on Elemia, calling on these energy bodies that represent healing and fertility and abundance, calling on them to heal, to mend, to fix, and to help you get through this journey. And this is the time for you to heal. The universe has done its part. It's broken down, but it had to do it the hard way because someone wasn't paying attention, which I've been warning about. If for those of you that have been following this channel, the universe had to do it the hard way because people weren't paying attention. So now it had to do it the hard way, had to bring it down, force the kind of like a force abort. And then we have this Four of Swords now, and it says now, okay, now heal. And we know we broke your heart. We had to do it. Now heal. And I always tell people that people think the tower is fun. It's not. When the universe goes against you, for you, but it is still against you because it's attacking you. When the universe takes that stance, it's not pretty and it's not fun, but it has happened. And that was your victory, that pain. If you could see through the pain, if you could ground yourself and meditate on the pain, and meditate on because people always say this, they always think the tower is a slow moving energy, like the tower, it takes its time. No, it doesn't. I mean, well, what am I saying? People always think the tower is a constant energy, like what, that's not a word, damn it, why am I not finding the word? It's a instant energy. It's not. It takes its time. The tower is built up. Towers are not, towers are built in forts. Those are complex, big, long, literally physically high processes that it takes its time. It's a whole process to build in a tower. So it's something that has been building up and building up and building up. And when the explosion finally happens and the universe brings it down, it brings it down hard. The impact of it can be very devastating. But the universe did. And I know for most of you it's already happened. For some of you it's just gonna happen, it's coming soon. But this is for July and we're soon in June. But for most of you it's already happened. And it depends where in July is gonna hit you. Keep in mind also we have Mercury retrograde coming in. So a lot of our flaws, a lot of the things that we're choosing not to see are gonna show up very strongly in our face. But whether you know it or not, it's your blessing. It's a blessing through the pain. Labor hurts like hell, but when that baby gets here, you're like, oh my God, look at it. So ugly. Let's see, potential future for Pisces. The Nine of Wands. That's why you have to heal. The Magician and the Death. That's why you have to heal. That message to heal. That message to heal was not for nothing. That message to heal was not for nothing. Because guess what? You're going to go right back into that cycle again. I've said it. Wait and see. That's why you have to heal. That's why you have to heal. I have a Gemini client who has come to me so many times. I love her. I really do. But I had to about 2 days ago, I gave her a very stern email, very long. And I told her, listen, you've gone around, you've walked around, you've done, you want this ritual, or what about that ritual, or what about that ritual? And I keep telling you, heal, 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 heal. I've offered her the healing ritual 3 or 4 times, and I said, you need to heal, you need to heal, you need to heal. You can't be talking about love and blah, 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 and you're not doing the internal work. You need to heal. And I've told her that 2 or 3 times in emails for the past like 3 months. And I had to sit down and give her a very stern email and say, listen, you're not paying attention to what I'm telling you. You're running around the issue, but you're not addressing the issue. It doesn't matter how beautiful a thing is, if you're not in the vibration of receiving it, you will not receive it. And sometimes it's your karmic path, that's your spiritual journey, but we're here to learn how to manipulate energy. We're here to learn how to temper ourselves. So, in as much as it might be a spiritual path, you do still have a lot of say in it. Very, I always say this. 90% of the world is free. 90% of your life journey is free will. 10% of it might be destined. Might. And this is one of those situations where if you don't, and it's funny because we have these two energies here, the magician and the death, major arcana surrounding this nine of wands, and that's telling me everything I need to know. If you do not heal and you don't start co-creating and understanding this process and take the time to go into that hangman energy, reaching the enlightenment of why this happened to you, why it felt like this betrayal happened, why this heartbreak happened, and you don't take the time to investigate that, guess what? You develop a heart chakra blockage even deeper, and so now you're back into another lesson. The universe can be very easy to work with, if we work with it. The healing has to happen. That's the next step. And that also, and I feel like, but usually for a sign like Pisces, I feel like you guys shouldn't have a problem with this. Because if it's a fire sign, then I might say, because they do have a tendency to jump. They have a tendency to serial date. But I can also see Pisces having a problem with it because you guys are constantly looking for love and you're constantly looking for that energy of validation, and you're looking for, that thing, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, all earth signs. It's so funny that the earth energy keeps coming up, and that's the growth and the maturity. And that's remember earlier I talked to you about that page of pentacles, growing that page of pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And this is that Ace of Wands, that beginning in your surface, but then in your shadow it grows. And then look, Four of Swords, Four of fucking Swords. And I knew when I started shuffling, I knew this card was gonna come out. Four of Swords, Four of Swords, Nine of Wands. You don't get to skip stages in a karmic lesson. When you do, you get more karmic lessons. You do not get to skip stages in a karmic lesson. When you do, you get more karmic lessons. Let me repeat that one more time. You do not get to skip stages in a karmic lesson. When you do, you get more karmic lessons. Some of you are going to try to skip this stage. It's only the beginning, but you're already trying to skip ahead, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Guess where you're going to find yourself right back? The Nine of Wands. And I already knew that Nine of Wands was going to come out because it came out earlier. You already told me. And then you're going to experience another Tower episode, and the cycle is going to continue. Learn the lesson, heal from the lesson, then manifest with what you've learned. So in other words, utilize, that's a magician energy, utilize what the death created, the transmutation of energy, utilize what was learned and manifest. But you do not get to skip stages. It's a good reading. The only thing that bothers me about this reading is this Nine of Wands in the future, but I can't say I'm surprised because I knew it was coming, because it had already told me it was coming right here. You do not get to skip stages. Do the work and do it diligently. I've already given you names of spirits to call, energies that help a lot with growth and spirituality and all that. Get yourself a rose quartz, get yourself, I don't know if you're into crystals. I personally don't really do crystals. The only crystals I have is my chain right here and I have my bracelet. Those are the only crystals that I have. I work with spirits. I invoke them, I ask them my questions, I invoke them, I figure out when I'm meditating. One just visited me yesterday, and I called my friend. One just visited me, and I ended up doing a ritual for it yesterday, because I was thinking about a problem, and it visited me, and I woke up and I was like, oh my God, really? And I called my friend immediately. Anyways, I'm not even going to go into all of that, because then I might have to tell you what it was about, what I was worried about. But I don't work with crystals. But if you work with crystals, work with crystals. I don't know what it is you do. If you like grounding, in the sense of like going out and sitting on the floor and connecting to the earth. I know some people practice shamanism that way. Then you do that. Whatever it is you need to do, you do it. But you do not get to skip stages. You need to heal. You're not going to go into another relationship carrying all this baggage, because that's what's going to happen. When this PTSD effect hits, it's going to work out in two ways. You're either going to start block your heart chakra, or you're going to go looking for other people, and then by so doing, because you're not healed, bringing that baggage with you, hurt people, hurt people. You're going to create other broken people. Heal. Heal. Check out my book down below, in the description box, and also maybe in the comments. I might also write it in the comments and pin it. If not, it's gonna definitely be in the description box. If you want a private reading, check the description box. If you want a ritual, check the description box. Instant Go, the app, is now available on Android. It's been available only exclusively on Apple for the past, like, God knows how long, but it is now available on Android. So you guys also follow me on there. I have my link in the description box as well, and I also have some cheaper services available there. I have a heart chakra reading available in the description box. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Stay blessed, and I wish you the best. Bye bye.